understand that over the last 6 years, of which I had the honor of serving as the chair of public health at the same time, we've had quite a journey. And that journey is everything from being featured in the New Yorker on things that we were maybe an outlier in the United States, to maybe a rogue inspector general office that we saw. But somewhere in between, there is a balance. So as I read Senate Bill 207, with all due respect to my colleague, again, who I think is a fabulous Sunset Commission member because he's been there, I begin by reading that we've changed the word fraud. Okay, so now we have the term does not include unintentional technical, clerical, or administrative errors. So there's an out. Then we have the executive commissioner reporting to the OIG reporting to the executive commissioner, which, as Senator Zaffirini points out, we've had quite a few through the years. Then I go into something that Senator Huffman and I worked on pretty hard, which was, when you go to SOA, it was agreed to last session that people would pay half of the cost. It was agreed to. SB 1803 by the end was agreed to, but I went through and I marked up the bill. And that pendulum has swung so far in the provider's direction when I know from orthodontia to therapies to other things that we've had a large amount of questionable activities out there, that this is very concerning to me, like extremely concerning to me, that I've seen the direction that we're going. I don't know you, Stuart. I hadn't met you till 4 weeks ago, and you and I have not even discussed 207. I sat down and read it last night and became extremely concerned. Now, I know that there was a tremendous amount of lobby effort to change things. I love the structure that you've put in there. I absolutely, it follows more the medical board. We had to do that to the dental board, giving people a certain number of days that you could follow so that you have some certainty. No one should be on trial for 6 months or a year or 4 years. How aged are some of the cases that y'all are looking at?
My first response, Chair, Senator Colcross, some of the changes that were made, for example, on the cost, we don't require that of anybody who goes to court or uses the administrative process to end up paying for half of the cost involved. Many of the providers were requested to pay up to $30,000, $40,000 to even
and agreed
get a
to
due
last
process.
session, and I appreciate that. It was agreed to last. They brought that to us and said, we'll do this. So that's great. Things change. I'm okay with that.
Well, and the other one is that what we don't want is the OIG to waste a lot of time and money on something that's clerical, something that's administrative mistake. There's no fraud involved whatsoever, so that they can marshal and use the resources to really focus on those bad actors out there. We know there's fraud, and we wanted to do that, but they were casting such a wide net. They were bringing in people that were just making clerical mistakes, administrative errors, and they were accusing them of fraud. And then they put a payment hold. They will stay there forever. Some of these cases take 3 years. There's some that have been there for 8, 9 years. They didn't even know they had.
And I love that part of the bill,
So
giving
this
structure. But I think that the pendulum swung pretty hard in this bill, particularly. I love the structure. I think Senator Hinojosa said that is fabulous because, again, when you get notified, you have X amount of days to respond, and we saw that with the medical board before tort reform. We've seen that with the dental board where the aging is 465 days or 470 days, ridiculous amounts of time where you're hanging out there. Of course, the CAFs were reinforced by the Affordable Care Act. There's a lot of pressure from the federal government and the Affordable Care Act, which not all of us on this dais agree with. Some do, some don't. But this is something that our federal partners have come down, whether it's ambulances that I dealt with last session.
If I may,
yes.
This bill complies with the federal requirements. in addition, it does not interfere in any way, shape, or form going after dentists or the dentists that commit fraud. It's on the contrary, it helps target those people because then they don't have to waste time going through all this clerical errors that people make instead of just correcting it and wasting a lot of money and resources.
I don't disagree that some clarifications, but when you first read it and you've had the years that I've had to deal with this, you go, wow. I mean, if you've really been dealing with this year after year after year, and you say, we need to tweak this, we need to tweak that, this particular bill really moves the ball in a direction that is concerning to me, that this is fast becoming the largest part of our budget, and we talk about that in the Finance Committee. In the General Appropriations Act, this is becoming, it is this close to being the largest part of our budget.
Mr. Chair.
Senator Campbell, then Senator Perry, but Senator Colcourse, are you done with your questions?
For now.
Okay. Senator Campbell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a comment. I think I can definitely appreciate Senator Colcourse's concern because there's been so much fraud. And as we looked at this, I know that we're trying to still address and capture the fraud for those outliers that really have fraud. There were so many good providers being penalized for things that weren't actually defined as fraud that, of course, I've seen in, different folks in the medical field. And I think that's what we were just trying to do, to make sure that we just provide accountability, transparency. And again, I think important is that we can come back and tweak something if it's not working, but definitely what was out there was not working, still with good intent. But from a provider, doctor perspective, we were trying to just put something there that will provide transparency, accountability, and puts a lot, the onus is on the executive commissioner who overlooks, with the OIG, but just trying to make sure that we're really casting our net on the right side of the boat to catch the proper number of people that take advantage of our system. So just to try to give you more reassurance of what we were doing with this. So thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Senator
Chair.
Campbell. Senator Perry.